Bang! Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Scott Casey Gale, the owner, chairman, creator, and founding father of the most revolutionary, polarizing, and passionate wrestling YouTube group channel of all time, the National Wrestling Shooters. Today, for the first time ever, I'm going to reveal 2-5 Live, NXT, and Impact Wrestling, all three great shows that I really enjoy all in once because I figured I do it this way. This way, it's much easier for me. Okay, let's begin with the we will, shall we? The commentators for 205 Live were indeed the Vic Joseph, Percy Watson, and Nigel McGuinness. Okay, let's begin, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Here we go. 205 Live. Okay, first match. TJP and Mike Canales versus Lucha House Party in the Tornado Tag Team match. Come and stare at her love, bro. These are the show opens with the usual narration from no. The show opens from the usual narration from Drake Maverick, hyping up tonight's festivities. The first match: Brian Kendrick versus Drew Gulak. Kendrick keeping his distance in the speeding out, trying to stay on top of Gulak, but Drew's not that easy to stay out of ahead of and they and sorry but Drew's not that easy to stay out of head of, and they stalemate. Gulak can't get the Gulak, so he pivots to the leg and starts working it over, only for Brian to make the set to make it to the ropes. Drew shifts to striking momentarily, DDT the leg for one, Kendrick back in with his forearms, and he tries to grind Gulak down with a full Nelson. Tiger Super cuts Drew off as, when he tries to escape. Only a near fall, Gulak gets under him Terranel powerbomb and right into a half crab. Falling back with a turning into a heel hook, but Brian escapes the forearms. Drew presses the attack with strikes into a side headlock shoot up sequence, but Kendrick's body is cut short when Gulak goes back into the leg. Brian gets the ropes. Drew with a big slam into an elbow drop and he knocks him right back down for front chancery. Kendrick trying to escape, Gulak suffocates him, and they end up slugging it out in the middle of the ring. Punch for punch, Brian's got the captain's hook in. Drew's crawling, desperate, but reaching, touching, playing. Drew Gulak makes the ropes, but Kendrick won't let go. Go shift. Dragon suplex gets a near fall, looking for the captain's hook again. Again, jockeying for position, and Brian dumps Drew out to the floor. Jack Gallagher puts Akira Tozawa hard into the post. Schoolboy gets two off the distraction. Kendrick thinks fast, hits sliced bread too. When Gallagher breaks up the pin, but referee Watstopper has no choice but to call it. The Brian Kendrick wins by disqualification. Great match. A lot of great cruiserweight action here. I really enjoy this. I mean, this is telling the story. The feud between Brian Kendrick and Drew Gulak really tells a story. Triple H is doing a phenomenal job with 2-5 Live, and Drake Maverick is doing a phenomenal job as a general manager. In my opinion, this is what Drake Maverick should be. He should not be on Monday Night Raw. He should just stay as he should just be on 2-5 Live only, because on 2-5 Live only, on 2-5 Live, Drake Maverick is booked the way he should be. And then after that, Kendrick fights Valentini, but Gulak Valentini, but finally, but Gulak gets him into the Gulak, and Jack keeps Tozawa from saving his power and ends up decking him with the earth-shattering headbutt of his. Gulak and Gallagher stand tall together. I like this. Like I said, I like what happened after the matches. Wow, good action. And then we get a recap from last week's tag team main event that feeds into Drake Maverick interviewing Buddy Murphy. Murphy says he's not looking to make friends, and he's glad he's wrestling Cedric Alexander again. Since Mustafa Ali is a tough opponent, he deserves the credit for the tag team win last week. But if Cedric wants to prove that he's that good, he wants to do it next week in a separate singles match with Drake picking their opponents. I like this really good interview. I mean, Drake Maverick did a good job interviewing people. But for my min, see, there's so many ways WWE can use, like for instance, what Triple H is doing with Drake Maverick as a general manager is really good, and as an interviewer. He doesn't need to be Drake Maverick doesn't need to be on the main roster. He doesn't need to be the manager of Office of Pain. Drake Maverick should just stay in 2-5 like only that, like I said before earlier. But anyway, good interview. And then the next match was Ilya Davari versus Clay Roberts. Davari pie faces Roberts into the corner and beats him down, but Clay manages to get a short volley of reversing whip before being laid out with a roundhouse kick. We see Hideo Itami watching backstage as Ilya wails in on the kid with palm strikes. Hammer knocked and Pepsi twist, but Davari yanks him up a two. Same deal for second time referee Charles Robinson busted while Clay's eyes roll back in his head. Ilya hits a series of falling lariats, and finally Roberts is laid on the Robinson couch. Ilya wins by referee stoppage. I thought this was a good match. I mean, I enjoyed this. I like this match. It's, but I can understand why they ended the way they did. Perhaps they want this feud to continue. So I wonder where they're going to go with this. Looks interesting. And then backstage, Mustafa Ali cuts a promo how we all fall, but getting back up is the hard part. And now he's gonna get back up, and who's ever champion when he gets his next shot better be ready to fight for their life because he will be. Cedric Alexander's interview backstage about Murphy's comments from earlier, and he says that the idea that he says that he says that the idea that Ali is better than him strikes a nerve with him, and he can't let him step into the spotlight. He chuckles and he doesn't really mean that he doesn't want to play third grade mind games, but he accepts the challenge for next weekend. Whoever steps in his way, he's taken out. Noam Dar could get the promo to challenge Buddy Murphy to a match, title shot or no. Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. And then it's the main event. Lucha House Party, Kalisto and Lince Dorado versus Mike Canales, Lesson TJP and tag team and a tag team main event. All four guys in chaos to start, but the LHJP gets TJP out of the ring and isolates Canales into an assisted splash. Tornado splash sequence. Mike rolls out TJ back and they take him out. Dorado with a diving planka off the top. Kalisto gets a noisemaker to celebrate and they go back to work on Perkins. Springboard tornado DDT only two when Canales takes Lince out for spine bust on the floor. Maria's got the pinata, wanting interference and letting TJ chip Kalisto out to the floor. Well, she destroys the pinata, and TJP goes to work on Dorado in the ring. Mike joins them. They beat the Golden Links at the night, but he gets a golden rewind off the separation. Kalisto wakes back up and takes flight, whipping Perkins out. Fired up, going for a head scissors driver as but he gets caught into a modified wiggle stretch. TJ tearing at Kalisto's mask and face, stopping away for good measure. They're running hot with a senton and gets two drop kick to the leg and right back to work with TJP. Clutch on the middle of the ring. Kalisto gets the ropes to force the break. Kalisto gets a second win straight, fighting the heels up for 2-1, climbing up a Perkins avalanche. Frankenstein sends him crashing into Canales. Dorado back big crossbody and head scissors. They're shot tight. Rolling Thunder Enzuigiri, recharging mad, ducking and dodging at a super crazy trifecta of moonsaults. TJP makes the save. Lucha House Party directing traffic, slapping each other to get fired up, and it's a Dudley Boy tribute. But because Lynch wanted the sack, he dumps it off. It's four tiny pinatas. TJP looking for a suplex. Dorado reverses, jockeying for position into the corner, and up top, Kalisto Canales in. Tower of Doom denied, but Doomsday device blocked. Mike sent to the floor. HRP up the top rope for TJ. Double suplex into the pinatas. Canales breaks it up. Perkins with a powerbomb into the pinatas. Nope. Kalisto looking to use Penelope for violence. Maria tries to take her away, but he throws it in her face to knock her to the floor. Kalisto hits the Salida de Style to the world top up top. Lucha House Party wins by pinfall for diving moonsault from Lince Dorado on TJP. Great main event, awesome main event. I like this. I like this. I think this was a very, very enjoyable main event. And then the comedy helps up Buddy Murphy versus Noam Dar and Cedric Alexander versus Tony Nese for next week. Really good. I liked it. And it ends where Tony Nese cuts a promo talking about how he beat Cedric the last time they wrestled and put him in a downward spiral. He has Alexander's number, so the rematch with Murphy ain't happening because Cedric will never recover. And that's how it ends. And I would wait this episode of 205 Live 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, way up an 8 triple plus, and a 9 out of 10. A really good show. Now it's time for NXT. Yes, definitely NXT. And the opening theme plays for crowd with the death of Dynamite Kid and more Ronaldo, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson. Then welcome us to the full sale by hyping the champ's appearance later. But we start off with the Bro Show. Matt Riddle, Matt Riddle, former ROH wrestler, defeated Punishment Martinez, a former ROH wrestler, via submission with the Bro Mission. During chants as they circle one another, Martinez uses his power to drive Riddle back, but Matt turns him around, releases and taunts him into attacking. Then Riddle dodges. There's some strikes and locks into it, and they choke. Backdrop breaks it, but it's locked back on. Then Punishment breaks the hold, back and forth for a few seconds, but Martinez catches a charging Riddle with a kick and takes control. He answers a chop of a huge clothesline and answers some snaps for Guza, but Riddle slips out and lands a big head kick. Punishment tries to break the hold, but stops fighting to cover up from the repeated chest slaps and ends up tapping. As Riddle good match, really good match. I enjoyed this. I'm interested to see what else they do with Punishment Martinez, because these two guys can go. Punishment Martinez, Matt. Well, those guys are good wrestlers, and I know NXT has big plans for them. And then as Riddle goes to pose on the webcast, his owner appears when the boat turns. He gets a mouthful of rolling elbow. Owner poses over the down the Riddle as the crowd rains down the booze. Hmm. I like that too. That was good. And then hype video for Ricochet transitions us to an earlier today interview with the media. The North American champ points out that he's yet to be pinned on a takeover. As to what's next, he plans to defend his title next week. He heads up to talk to the general manager, William Regal, about that, and we're informed Regal approved. And Ricochet will face an unannounced challenger next Wednesday. I wonder who that's going to be. And then Heavy Machinery pumping up weights kicks off a segment where Tucker Knight talks about what they learned since a title shot against AOP, and now they've been living clean and been going for everyone who's put in front of them. The NXT careers won't be competing until they get the titles and they get a shot at the undisputed era. And then Wiggles announced about the fatal four-way to determine the number one contender to the women's title is shown, and we get a couple of quick clips of Bianca Belair qualifying at a house show from last week. Free spots and to be announced for the December 26th match to determine Shayna Baszler's opponent takeover Philadelphia. I wonder who's going to win that one. And then it's and then Forgotten Sons versus Humberto Carrillo and Wild Mendoza via pinfall. Cutler's power gets the better of Mendoza to start, but Raul uses his speed to avoid an Atlanta kick, getting Steven to the corner after they connect. But tandem move, Cutler pushes Carvalho to the Suns corner, where Blake comes in for similar power speed exchange of Humberto. Neither team can get the upper hand for a stretch, but the former tag team champs must show Mendoza to the corner. They work for heat for a while until both men get a tag. Wow snaps up a suplex. Humberto cleans house and gets near for a rolling moonsault, but that's broken up. Mendoza tries to dive and take out Cutler in retaliation, but is met with a forearm taking him out. Carvalho tries to set up to leap on Cutler, but Blake snaps him up the rope's foot at first. And then we get the finish. I thought this was a good match, a really good match. I like this. I like what Forgotten Sons can do. I, and I could see them as possible tag team champions. And then Kathy Kelly interviews Velveteen Dream, who now has the power to get his music played, and then sit lit in a purple with a snap of his fingers. Once he's done that, he answers Kelly's question about what's next for him. Everyone is talking about Everyone is talking about the dream. Even Triple H, so we could say he won. As to what's next, he snaps his fingers and changes the set back to normal, leaving here. Cool. I thought that was pretty cool. What the cool, cool back, cool. With Velvet and Dream. I think that was pretty interesting. That very creative in my opinion. And then Undisputed Era and a new more secured spot. Adam Cole asked if they made sure that the doors were locked. That covered. Bobby Fish addresses EC3's challenge from last week. He's mistaken and thinking Fish is just another guy. He's the guy that should have been warned about Roderick Strong. Wonders who's left for he and Kyle Wiley to face now that they injured the War Raiders at War Games. They laugh they like sorry. They laugh off Street Profits and Mighty when then Kyle wonders about those construction workers, heavy machinery. He mocks the 6 month undefeated streak and Adam Cole does his closing gimmick. Hold on. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good interview. And then it's Shayna Baszler defeated Dakota Kai via submission. And and this match, the women's champ comes out with Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. Then tries to bully Kai into the corner. Dakota refuses the ball and takes down Shayna, and stopping her, Baszler rolls out where she's able to grab Kai's leg and whip it off into a ring post. Back in, the Queen of Spades tries to stop the elbow in the same way she injured Dakota before, but Kai rolls through and gets a wall for two. She tries for another hold and ends up snapping the elbow, but the captain of Team Kick won't give up and delivers a flurry of feet to the kneeling champ and then works through most of her finishing tickets before the champ catches her with a running high knee. Kai takes another knee, but dodges a third and hits his bicycle kick to set up a stop from the top for a knee, but dodges a third and bicycle kick top for a near fall. They battle to the top rope when Kai headbutts her way free, but ends up taking a gut once superplex. Baszler is unable to cover and back on their feet. Dakota locks the arm and blasts the champ with a face rush kick. She wants the ropes for another kick and then gets taken down with a drop toe hold. Then the champ knocks in the finisher. I like this. Good match. Really good match between Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai. I enjoyed this. And then that the Duke and Shafir pick Woozy Kai in the aftermath of and drag her to the champ for a beatdown. But she comes to Los Sharia. She cleans house, blasting Marina and Jessamine for drop kick and blasting Shayna for a palm strike. Kai is back up and lines up for corner to corner. Yakuza kick it, but the horsewoman pulled a champ to safety. The two sides draw as the champ team backs up the ramp. I like this. I thought this was entertaining. I like this. Yeah, this is definitely telling the story, and I like and they're really good heels. Heels. So yeah, like I said, good match between Shayna Baszler and Dakota Kai. And these two can go. The two of them can go. Great match. And then we get a promo from Dominic Dijakovic. Gets another promo vid when we learn that he'll get EC3. We'll get EC3 versus Bobby Fish and Ricochet versus the Mystery Opponent next week. I'm looking forward to that NXT. I know it's going to be a great one. And it's the final segment. NXT champ Tommaso Ciampa enters the arena with Goldie over his shoulder and a mic in hand. He says his that with another takeover in the books, he's again NXT's MVP. He's a man of his word, but he ended the fairy tale, shattered the mystic, and turned the dream into a nightmare. Yet still, we refuse to believe in him. He points at a few fans and then at more one another, saying, "None of us believe in him." But Mamma Mia, there he stands. When all is said and done, his title will go down as the greatest in NXT. Children will study him. He's 2018 Sports Entertainer of the Year, and he'll be 2019 Sports Entertainer. And then Aleister Black comes out, and then Black while he's on stage makes his way to the ring with a mic in hand. Ciampa holds the belt up in his face while the fans chant for Aleister. He tells us that in LA he stood toe to toe with Johnny Gargano and absolved him of his sins. Uh, Sins the puppet master, Ciampa caused. But he'll absolve Tommy of his sins too, because he's invoking his NXT title rematch for Phoenix. But here comes Johnny. Gargano comes out and says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Things between them aren't done until he says they are." They they get chin to chin and start joining us. And the champ says, "I love it when you leave Johnny Wrestling in the back and bring out Johnny Badass." He says he knows what it's like. Gargano gets fixated on something, and it looks like he's fixated on Alistair. He saw them teared up at Takeover, but and the only thing missing was it should have been them in the cage. So he's just talking. But if it were him, he wouldn't be satisfied until they finish things in a steel cage. Ciampa gets the crowd chanting for it, and Johnny snaps, saying it's what the people want. But that's what they'll do. Black isn't gay. Black isn't wage too. Saying Gargano needs to remember he showed him mercy, but that's over now. He'll fight him here in a steel cage or in a parking lot. Johnny snatches the parking lot line and uses it to remind Alice that he's the one who put him on the shelf for 3 months. And when they get in the cage, he's gonna do worse. Alistair tries to unleash a black mess, but Johnny dodges and bails. Instead, instead, Alistair Black hits Tommaso Ciampa with one, and he's laughing on the apron, then accepts the match. Ooh, what a way to end NXT. What a really good way to end NXT. I would rate this NXT a 10 out of 10. 5 stars, two thumbs, and an A triple plus. Yes, I love this. Well, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano inside the confines of a steel cage in NXT. I know that's going to be one hell of a match. One hell of a match. And one week already booked it, so that's definitely something I'm going to look forward to. Yeah. Anyway, NXT was a great show. Now it's time for Impact Wrestling review. And the commentators for the show were Josh Matthews and Don Callis. Oh, and I got some email I gotta take care of. And I'll get to the review. All right, let's be okay. Here we go with Impact Wrestling, which I thought was another great show. All right. Here we go. The first match The first match for Impact Wrestling was an Ultimate X qualifier. Jake Quist with Dave Quist and Sammy Callahan versus Willie Mack with Rich Swann. Mack floors Jake with a shoulder block after a tackle down spot. Mack blasts Jake with a drop kick. Jake tries a splash, but Mack catches Jake and hits a Samoan drop, standing moonsault by Mack. Jake Jake kicks out and Jake rolls out of the ring. Mack tries to dive, but Mack spinning wheel kick Mack, running knee on the apron by Chris. Chris puts Mack in a modified camel clutch. Jake Chris distracts the referee while Callahan chokes Mack. Mack suplexes Jake with a clothesline. Mack lands a leg drop. Mack sets up for a stunner. Jake avoids it. Jake hits the ropes. Mack lifts Jake in the air and hits a sick European uppercut slingshot codebreaker by Mack. Jake kicks out. Mack goes up top. Jake cuts Mack off a head kick. Jake tries a super kick. Mac turns into a sunset flip powerbomb. Jack responds for super kick, followed by a German suplex. Max kicks out at 2. Mac manages to explode and suplex Jake into a corner. Mac puts Jake in the tree of woe. Mac goes up. Jack hits a super cutter after distraction from, Jake. Chris. I don't know why they say, yeah. Jake Chris after cutter distraction from Callahan photo and winner Jake Chris. Good match, really good match. Woody Mack can put on a match. I like this. That was my favorite thing of Impact Wrestling. Whenever they do the Ultimate X match, because the Ultimate X matches are really good. What a good qualifying match! I'm really looking forward to the Ultimate X pay per view. They're coming up soon. But anyway, yeah, really good match. Homecoming is. I'm really looking forward to. A perfect, and then apparently there's a interview with Taya Valkyrie saying you don't have the Knockouts Championship because you're nothing more and you never be anything more than the Will Morrison and then Tessa then the Will Morrison fight. Then yeah, that's okay. Okay, next thing. And then it's Ali versus Sue Young versus Heather Monroe. Monroe punches Ali Lee. Monroe sends Ali into the corner. Monroe lands a cartwheel smash in the corner. Monroe gets a near fall. Ali hits a backstabber. Ali ground and pounds Monroe. Ali stomps Monroe into the corner. Monroe manages to kick Ali in the head. Ali kicks out. Ali neckbreakers Monroe, and Ali follows that with a senton. Monroe kicks out after a series of counters. Ali lands a super kick. Ali hits the code breaker for the win. Winner Ali. Good match. I guess I like this dark side of Ali. It's very entertaining, very very enjoyable, very graphic. This has been a big change for Ali since Bound for Glory. What Don Callis and Scott Demore doing for characters really good. And very enjoyable. But then after the match, Young hands Ali the glove. Ali puts the mandible claw on Monroe. Kiera Hogan hits the ring and sends Young into the ring steps. Kiera Hogan tries to talk Ali. Ali decks Kiera Hogan. Young and Ali beat down Kiera Hogan. I this is definitely telling a story leading to Ali versus Kiera Hogan possibly at Homecoming. And I think that's the case. It should be a good match. And backstage, Max says he wants a piece of OVE. Swan wants Mac against it. Next week, Swan's going to face Dave Chris. Max says he is going to be there in Swan's corner. And then it's a Desi Hit Squad versus Hyde and Manny Lemons. Singh tosses Hyde clear across the ring. Lemon tags and gets the paint brushed by Singh. Singh runs over Lemons. Backbreak into a neckbreaker by Singh. Wheelbarrow facebuster with a top rope double knee strike by the Desi Hit Squad. The Desi Hit Squad turns beating down Lemons and Hyde. The Desi Hit Squad hit the finisher for the win. Winner the Desi Hit Squad. Good tag team match. I enjoyed this. Like I said, 2018 has been the year of Impact Wrestling, in my opinion, ever since Don Callis and Scott D'Amore took it up. Look at what they've done. And then the Ultimate X match is on the line. And then after that, ah, and then backstage, Katrina introduces Ruby Waze, who will take out Jordan Grace for her. Backstage, Eli Jake has been given an invite to the Monsters Ball at Homecoming. Ooh, Monsters Ball. I've always been a fan of Monsters Ball and Impact Wrestling. Shout out to the viewer that's watching. And then another Ultimate X qualifier. Matt Sydal with his out versus Audi versus Audi Ego Ethan Page. Sydal preaches for Page to Page before they lock up. Neither man can get the advantage of outside on Page. Chris cross around the ring. This also leads to a stalemate. Page and Seidel trade submissions and pin attempts. Page gets upset because Seidel kicks him. Seidel responds by kicking Page in the knee. Page forces Seidel in the corner. Page throws Seidel for chop. Page stomps Seidel in the corner. Leg drop driver by Seidel. Page kicks out. Page tries to fly up, but Seidel lands a spin kick that lands on Page's jaw. Seidel dives up the top rope, but Page catches Seidel and delivers a nasty backbreaker. Page boots Seidel in the face, and Seidel kicks out. Seidel and Page fight to the apron, cutter on the apron. Both men are down. After the break, Saito and Page trade strikes. Both Saito and Page point at each other's third eye. Page drives Saito into the corner. Saito lands a second rope wind-up. Ethan Page kicks out. Saito goes up on top, but Ethan Page cuts Saito off. Page kicks Saito up the top. Page lands a swanton. Saito turns Page's pin into his own, which Page kicks out. Page rolls Saito into another pin and gets the freak out. Winner Ethan Page. Really good match, and I'm glad. And in my opinion, the white guy won. I like Matt Saito, but in my opinion, Ethan Page deserved this win. I'm loving that. I'm loving the build up to Homecoming. I'm loving this Ultimate X stuff. Don Callis is doing the right thing by bringing back the Ultimate X division because he was the one that created the Ultimate X division back in 2003 when it first came around. So that's very classy of Don Callis to do it because he's a classy guy, true class act. The guy. Okay, and then at Shady Acres, Eddie Edwards is playing chess with Raven. Raven tells Edwards he hasn't gone far enough. Raven steals a key card and gives it to Edwards. Edwards tells Raven that he owes him one. Raven tells Edwards that yeah, he does. It was good to see Raven. I mean, Raven is a great wrestler. I mean, I loved Raven in WCW. He was a great wrestler in WCW. Raven's block. I loved him in WWE, and I loved Raven in Impact Wrestling back when it was TNA. So Raven Scott Levy I mean, he's a great one hell of a great wrestler and one hell of a promo cutter. And it was very interesting to see Raven at Shady Acres. Now Raven has always played that crazy gimmick, so yes, that definitely fit for him because he's because anytime Raven does something crazy, you know it's going to be entertaining, you know it's going to work, and this definitely works. Could this mean that Raven is coming back full time, or is he going to be a manager? So is this just a one time only appearance? No, I would personally love to see Raven be, become a creative director in Impact Wrestling. Just imagine what he can do. Just imagine what Raven can do. The guy is so creative, so talented that you know that he can come up with creative ideas. Yeah, just like that. I think Raven has learned, and Raven also a former wrestling ECW as well. I think Raven has the creative mind of Paul Heyman, so you know that what Raven does, it's gonna work. And then backstage, Conan asks the Lucha Bros and LAX if they can keep it together. They have a match. Everyone agrees. Pentagon Jr. tries to do, but Ortiz and Santana get upset. Conan goes nuts. Says this is exactly what he was talking about. Conan storms off. And then backstage, Johnny Impact says you'll never know what to expect in the Impact Zone. Don Valkyrie says she is tired of all the shortcuts tonight. Blanche will get a taste of Valkyrie as Impact says that his wife is gonna kick Blanchard so hard, Tony's gonna feel it. We also had a segment with Scarlett Bordeaux, a backstage segment with Scarlett Bordeaux, which was always entertaining because she is sexy as hell. There's anything Scarlett Bordeaux does is entertaining and funny. And now it's time for the main event. It's Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie versus Moose and Tessa Blanchard. Valkyrie kisses Johnny Impact. Moose tries to get Blanchard to kiss him. Impact rolls up Moose for a near fall. Moose hugs Blanchard, which counts as a tag. Valkyrie kicks Blanchard in the head. Moose is about to attack Valkyrie. Impact cuts Moose off for springboard Inzaguri. Moose falls to the outside. Corkscrew splash to the outside by Impact. Impact sends Moose into the ring. Moose drop kicks Impact as Blanchard slams Valkyrie down in the mat. After the break, Blanchard tags in and Moose, who acts like he's about to spare Valkyrie. Moose decks Johnny Impact. Blanchard tags back in and clubs Valkyrie on the back. Blanchard misses a tackle in the corner. Valkyrie tags in Impact as Blanchard tags in Moose. Impact gets a near fall after a series of moves. Impact misses Starship Pain. Johnny Impact reverses the go to hell for Verona, sent by Moose. Impact kicked out. Impact super kicks Moose. Moonlight Drive by Impact. The Moose gets his foot on the rope. Valkyrie tags in and hits Machoa. Blanchard lands the whipcord cutter. Valkyrie kicks out. Johnny Impact takes out Moose for another Cook's splash. Valkyrie we puts Blanchard in a modified crossface. Blanchard taps out. Winner Johnny Impact and Taya Valkyrie. Really good main event, really good mixed tag team main event. I enjoyed this. This is this is definitely. Both Tessa Blanchard and Moose look good, and Taya Valkyrie and Johnny Impact look good. Yes, and I'm loving the feud between Tessa Blanchard and Taya Valkyrie. But very interesting to see Tessa Blanchard tap on. But they're definitely going somewhere with this. And then after the match, Blanchard and Moose attack Valkyrie and Impact, kill the Cross, runs down to the ring. Blanchard is about to hit Valkyrie with a chair. Cross takes the chair from Blanchard. Moose tries to talk to Cross. Brian Cage hits the ring and clears it. Johnny Impact and Brian Cage stand face to face. The show fades to black. And I would rate Impact Wrestling 9 out of 10. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, and 8 triple plus. All three shows were good. I mean, WWE 205 Live and NXT were both good. Were both great shows, and so was Impact Wrestling. Anyway, comment down below in the comment section. Tell me which did you like better. Did you like WWE 205 Live, NXT, Impact Wrestling? Anyway, you stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out. I must bid you adieu, good night, and goodbye, and bang. And the words of Cactus Jack, bang bang.